Morning, how are we doing? It's Monday, and here I am back at work. I've even put a shirt on for the occasion. Right, what is your next task for the week? So, just a reminder that you've got your booklet that Claire made that you should be working on, and you should have, not already, because I'm aware it's only Monday morning and many of you are still in bed. Naughty, get up. The marriage PowerPoint to work through. This next bit is still thinking about marriage, and it's a bit of contextual and AO5 wider reading that I would like you to make some notes on. And I'll show you the website, and then it'll help you. So, 19th century marriage manuals, advice for young husbands. So this is from someone's blog, but it's really, really interesting. I even just love the imagery, the paintings that this writer has used. So we get this young husband's book, a manual of domestic duties. So you're going to read through the advice that's given to young husbands. Particularly, he should always be ready to sacrifice his present personal pleasure to the future well-being of those who have the first and best claim to his regard. So this is all about the husband being the provider and making sure that his wife and children live in comfort, and that usually meant financial comfort. There's a lot of advice that says, and daddy should read bedtime stories. So you're going to have a read through of this. You're going to make some notes. I'd suggest you use your Cornell notes, get back into the habit of doing that. Then you're going to think about how this relates to A Doll's House. Are there any particular quotations then that would make you think, I could bring that in here? Because we're looking here at very clear, remember, context is worth 50% of your mark for this exam. So this is the kind of thing that you need to know. And then when you've read through all of that, and you have scrolled down, you will find that there is a link here to the advice for young wives. I'm back. So you're going to do the same again, and this time you're thinking about, those differences between how men and women are expected to behave. That's me and my sister on my wedding day. She wouldn't lend me her locket, which I was really upset about. Selfish. The bride adorned. There were a real glut of these manuals at this time. They were really, really popular. It's interesting as well, if you look down the side, that there are lots of other examples here of work that she's done. So have a little look around at those. This is a really good resource, and it's very accessible. See, pugs were popular there in the Victorian era. So yeah, that's it. That's what you're doing. That's your next activity. What evidence will I accept that you have done this? I'm going to see a set of notes. I'm going to see some quotations. You don't necessarily have to email me anything, but the real evidence for all of this kind of stuff comes when I see it in your essays, when I see it being used in your actual work, because there's no point doing any of this wider reading if it isn't incorporated into the essay. And yes, of course, when we're back together, I'm going to start showing you how to do that. You've already been doing it with the dystopia particularly, but that's really the big thing at year 2, is starting to incorporate all that wider reading effectively. Okay, guys, so that's your second activity for the week. Crack on, and I will see you Friday. Can't wait.